Hi, my name is Madeleine Parker, and I'm going to try something out for today. I'm going to try a weekly tarot read where I focus on the current astrological placements and possibly we'll see if I can fit in 12 houses in this take. I will maybe do a couple cards per house, per sign, and how it will be affected by a particular transit, possibly for the sign. So we are looking at, I've got the astrology for today. We have the sun in Aries. So today's date, let's start with that. Today's date is, what are we? March 26th, 2020. Okay? And so let's go ahead. This deck, I'm going to use this deck. We're going to go ahead and call in highest guides and angels to talk to us about what possibly we need to know that would be for our highest good during this time for the week. And this is for the collective. And I'm going to see if we can have some higher guidance towards what to expect this week and to prepare us, and what else to guide us. Okay, so let's have a look. And we are calling in highest guides and angels for the week of March 26th. What would that be? The 5th of April. All right, let's have a look. All right, 1, 2, and 3 for the month of March. Let's have a look. Bottom of the card is Magician. Let me go ahead and put it so you guys can see. Could get better lighting, huh? Okay. Way up higher here. That's going to be better. Am I recording yet? All right. So let's have a look. So I'll just quickly run down where the planets are right now. We have Sun in Aries, Moon in Taurus. It's a very psychic thing to have the Moon in Taurus. It's a very receptive time, energy, sort of channeling, receiving energies. We have Mercury in Pisces. People are probably not feeling like talking very much right now. It's a sort of a muted, introverted energy. Mars in Capricorn will be, Mars is rulership of Capricorn, or is that not? Sorry, Saturn is. I take that back. So Mars will be, in Capricorn, will be grounding, being disciplined work, sort of monotonous, repetitive, discipline type, good work that's needed to be done. Then we've got Saturn in Aquarius, so initiation in 0 degrees, initiation of projects that will be launched into social media or out into the world or public or bringing things forward. Saturn career-wise or raising your status on some level. And then we've got Uranus in Taurus, so possibly sort of surprise, and it's in the lower degrees, so possibly sort of surprise out of the blue happenings in social media and in social things about money, changes in money, or in also in sort of public or social media ways, maybe through internet, new technology around money. And then we have Pluto in Capricorn. People are releasing somewhere, one of your houses, you've got Pluto in it. It's going to be releasing karmic attachments, fear attachments to something that is holding you back, because these planets in Capricorn in Saturn and Aquarius wants to initiate new products out in the world. You have to resonate a little higher. So it's definitely a period where we're releasing karmic fear attachments to people, places, and things. Depending on where Pluto lands in your chart, it can be what people, if it's in your 11th house, it can be what people think of you and what a deep fear related to what people's opinions are of you. But anyway, we've got Jupiter hitting that right now, because Jupiter is also 23 degrees Capricorn. Mars is 27 degrees Capricorn. Pluto is 24 degrees, so they're all on top of each other. So it's like at the same time we're releasing this karmic attachment, we're sort of receiving in Jupiter inspiration that's going to sort of filter through, and we're sort of going to, in this new Saturn initiation, we're coming right behind Saturn, ready to kind of initiate these new higher consciousness Jupiterian guru-like possibilities, or so universally supported projects that seem to be going forward, like the green lit. So, and then we have the North Node in Cancer. We have Ascendant Virgo, which is why I've been very organized and sweeping. There's my broom. We've been very organized with the North Node in Cancer. And, North Node is in Cancer, which is going to mean, I needed to talk about that, which is going to be us aligning with heart mission, true desired mission, what you truly desire, your destiny. You're connecting with your heart's desire towards your destiny with the Cancer North Node, Capricorn access, and releasing karma in that process. And then we have Virgo Ascendant, putting you right now as we speak into probably a very detailed, precision-oriented, focused state, taking care possibly of bills and day-to-day routine things, and it's at 0 degrees, so it's sort of like it might just be very strong today as I'm speaking. All right, so let's take a look. I talked about the moon in Taurus. So in general, it's sort of downtime, being kind of receptive, although that Sun in Aries, initiation of projects, Venus in Taurus, money making, didn't talk about that, but you know, there's financial, people are being sort of creative and enjoying their work, pleasurable around wanting to enjoy how you make money, being sort of following a pleasurable, desirable way that brings you pleasure in Taurus, which is about finances and reality and material things. And you know, maybe some people are feeling particularly materialistic right now, I don't know, or really into, because the moon is in Taurus too, so possibly people are feeling tactile and interested in the energies, feeling energies. All right, so let's talk about this read really quick. So in the card read, what I'm getting is, I'm getting situations that have been previously abandoned, or projects, or adventurous, sort of excited energies from the past that were perceived as having been over, or having been no longer possible, or it having been clear. New information is coming to bring clarity around this project, or around this adventurous, creative wands, or creative, adventurous, creative sort of endeavor. There was previously no hope. Now clearly there is hope. And then I get fire sign feminine, because we've got the moon in, we've got these Aries planets. We've got Chiron in Aries, we've got Sun in Aries. What else? Anything else? Any other fire sign planets? Not a lot of fire. But we do have creative projects coming in here. Well, we have this new moon in Aries, don't forget. So that is fire. That's fire. So we have this Queen of Wands would be a creative, sort of your feminine creative energies being the create. In other words, this might have been something that was turned away from because of dominant masculine, which now retrieves hope, and the feminine is now re-empowered in this dynamic, bringing this back because it was her that brought it, okay? So the communication coming in from heart, possibly from, so I would say during this period, why do we get this heart here? It depends on your sign, I guess, but we do have this new moon in Aries, polar accessing Libra, house of 7th house of relationship. But we get heart-centered. Could be the North Node in Cancer. Heart-centered masculine. People aligning with what they heart. That's what this is saying. Aligning with the truth of what people desire to do from their heart space. Becoming aware of how to earn money that was out of alignment. But then we get Queen of Wands and Queen King and Queen. So what we're looking at is aligning masculine and feminine energies during this period, becoming more, shall we say, aligned with our heart's desires. Again, putting us back in path, knowing that we had thoughts that made us feel that we couldn't have certain things. Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords landing here indicates we felt like we had to quit this, but this is, because we get a Knight Page, this is coming, reigniting again. Knight of Swords at the bottom here, you can't see it, saying this thing that was turned around, because we don't have two Knights of Wands, we only have one Knight of Wands, is now coming back because it was true love. So this could be about a project, it could be about a relationship, and then we get the World card. So, and then we get the Magician. So I say we're really kind of going to have a better week, everyone, this week, because we're really knowing that we had feelings, that we had lower frequency ideas and thoughts that brought our feelings to be. We had to sort of give up over things that were very disappointing, and it released. We had to let go so that something we truly desire and love can come into our lives. But this is involving unknowing what that is. So we're going through a period where we're communicating possibly with our own hearts to discover what we truly desire to do to bring expansion and growth in our lives. And here is that Aquarius, that Taurus and Aquarius, but also Venus in Taurus, how to make money, and then we've got Jupiter and Capricorn, raising vibes, which is career-centered, raising vibes, raising the vibes via career. No longer willing to work just for money, but wanting to initiate projects that are divinely supported, that are for the highest will, that are actually caring for the whole world. So it's like everybody is aligning with a higher calling and a higher purpose. And then we realize that that's how we become the master materializers that we're here to be, because we are using we're mastering all the elements. And part of mastering all the elements would mean that you have to operate from heart space, which is why we're getting the King of Cups here and the Ace of Cups here, which would indicate that now we're shifting to heart space motive, which then balances out where we've been so air, earth, and fire, and now we're all becoming more heart motive, which then is the sort of the last, the sort of the one missing chip, as it were, in this dynamic, which is now going to bring rapid financial abundance. The World, which is going to give everything, because money without emotional fulfillment isn't worth it. It's not fulfilling. I'm going to pull a Moon card on this and see what else we can do. I could pull a couple of cards on each sign now with my other deck, but I'm going to pull a Moon card as advice for us all in this, please. Nothing is yet set in stone. Interesting. Nothing is yet set in stone. So what that indicates to me is that this thing that we didn't think we could have, that from the past we turned away from, whatever it was that we didn't have faith in it, is what we thought we had to move on from. It was too disappointing. That is not set in stone. There was karma releasing involved, needed in order for this project to come through, or relationship, or whatever, which is why we have Pluto and Capricorn, is to release deep karma. Believe in the impossible so that we can go higher, we can release that karma and raise our frequency and sort of materialize a higher reality that we all know we have the vision and the potential to materialize in when we utilize our four elements and we are balanced. What else? Balance. Ooh, so you see, this time is the Capricorn hard work is paying off. These planets in Capricorn are paying off. The hard work that we did is paying off, and we now need to have this downtime to experience, to have sort of a spiritual balance to spiritual and practicality. So we've been very practical lately. We've got all those planets in Capricorn, so we now need to balance it with spirituality and go low-key and become more meditative and discover what is truly in our hearts, create communion and conversation with our heart space, knowing that we want to desire to motivate from now forth to help the greater whole, are to follow our heart's desire because we know that leads us into a divinely supported project that benefits the greater whole. Then we are balanced because then we are doing what fulfills us. We feel good about what we're doing in our creative alignment, yin and yang energies. All right, anything else, cards, would you like to say before I end this read for the collective for this week? If you do like me to do these reads more often, do let me know. I am trying this out as a way to do something different. I don't find doing the monthly astrological signs to be, I don't know, I just find them too hard to do and to get them all done, all 12. So I thought if I just do a read a week and I do a general forecast, then that might be a way to go. So I'm trying this out. So I'm just going to pull a card for the sign of Aries, please. Card for the sign of Aries for this week. Ace of Pentacles. Well, isn't that funny? Because Aries the sun is in early stages of its transit right now. The sun is in Aries, brand new beginnings in the material, okay? This is a time to initiate new projects, everybody, to initiate new ideas, new material, financially prosperous new endeavors. This is a time to initiate. Okay. And leave the past behind. So that's second card for Aries. And leave the emotionally empty past behind. And go to more emotionally balanced, fulfilled endeavors. All right, so now we're going to do Taurus. 2 cards for Taurus, please, Spirit. Knight of Pentacles, which is almost sort of like that pentacle, and then we get this card. So enjoy, go forward, creating financial prosperity for yourself, taking things better, but with a sense of joy and party. And I wonder why Taurus, why that would be Venus in your first house, maybe, but to bring joy and pleasure into your life as you proceed forward financially, to not just to be a worker bee, to bring more pleasure and joy and fun. So now we're going to look at Gemini. Gemini, what 2 cards can we look for Gemini for this week? What would be the most advising clarity or helpful clarity to share for Gemini, please? Communication of heart. Gemini is the energy of communication. What other card, please, for Gemini? So we get communication from the heart, speaking the truth and releasing propensity to not communicate because to hide your negative thinking, to not be honest, but to go ahead and be honest, not to be negative about it, and to just not speak because you're being negative, but to speak but not be negative about it. All right, Cancer. I don't know why that was fun. Okay, Cancer. Let's talk about Cancer now. What 2 cards for Cancer, please? Fool card for Cancer. Well, you do have the North Node in your sign, Cancer. I know my North Node is in Cancer. So let's get a second card. Again, the negative thinking here for Cancer. So new beginnings. Take the risk. Don't let fear, negative thoughts hold you back. These are brand new beginnings for Cancer, Capricorn axis. So this cardinal signs are really having brand new starts here. This is that is the sign of brand, that creates changes and this beginning of new seasons. So cardinals are games are changing for you. Game changers. But again, you're releasing old ways of seeing things, releasing negative thoughts that prevented you from expanding. So now you've released some old thoughts, ready for new beginnings, ready to throw yourself into it because you no longer have this closed-minded perception about something which can initiate something that you had to turn away from because you had to clear some ways of thinking. All right, so now let's see, we're on Cancer. Now we're going to do Leo. 2 cards for Leo, please. 2 cards for Leo. Ooh, again, communication. Why did we get that? Communication. Okay, so for Leo, communication. So I would say for Leo that this is a time to start, because this is a double up on the heart space, and Leo is all about the heart. We're talking about heart connection. I would say Leo needs to start planning future, communicating what they desire for the future, knowing the future, really initiating or communicating projects for the long haul, that you desire from heart space, because this is echoing heart space, and Leo is about heart space. So this is motivating from heart, Leo. I all of a sudden saw Leo masculine in alignment in the heart space, doing what you really desire creatively, Leo. Okay, so now we're going to go to Virgo. Virgo, ascendant, we have Virgo in ascendant sign right now, in rising is Virgo. I don't really know what that means in a day charts, but I just, two of Wands for Virgo. Again, so knowledge that something is going to proceed forward. Again, echoing a similar message. So for Virgo, this period is a time where they're now becoming aware that their financial endeavors of the past, that they have karmically cleared in order to take something forward. That, again, they had turned away from, they didn't think it was going to work, but this is actually clearly going to bring you financial progress. A new, I wouldn't even say it was new for Virgo. I'd say it's quite ready to take a very strong, prominent upgrade for Virgo. I'm just curious, under what is that? Travel. Possibly travel, or leaving negative ways of seeing things in the past that brought emotionally stability for you. So there's a shift in thinking. Everybody's having a shift in releasing sort of old negative patterns of thinking and processing. So now we're going to go for Libra. We have Libra, please. 2 cards for Libra. 5 of Swords for Libra. Air energy. The 6 of Pentacles. So for Libra, 5 and 6 makes 11. Libra, the Justice card is the 11th card. I would say there is a shift in motivation for Libra coming up with this Capricorn access, Cancer. Let's see, any signs in Libra? I would say, because of that 7th house placement with this heart space placement, I would say that Libra is leaving relationships, karmic relationships, or people or family, releasing mind ideas in general, and motivating from a place of service more, like really shifting into motivating from service, for that, rather than egoistic sort of competitiveness. Okay, Libra, and now we're going to go to Scorpio. So 2 cards for Scorpio. 2 cards, please, for Scorpio. Page of Cups, communication. A lot of these Capricorn planets for Scorpio are in your 3rd house, and that is communication. Communicating from the heart, being honest, but being compassionate and kind, and communicating from a place of honesty, but compassion and kindness. And sort of not having aggression behind it, or defensiveness, or, and I'm not saying Scorpio are aggressive, but I'm just saying it's like communicating from a place of softness, learning that that's the way to do it, to be honest, to be more empathic. This is the Scorpio sign, the King of Cups. To be empathic in your masculine energies, Scorpio. To be of heart, which is who you really are. To not have to release the defenses of who you really are. Let your walls down and reveal your emotional truths, because you're good. Because Scorpios have a lot of integrity. All right, now we're going to do Sagittarius, fire Sagittarians. 2 cards for Sagittarius, please. What do we got? Again, the 6 of Pentacles. Jupiter is in letting go, letting go of operating out of alignment, letting go of day-to-day routines. My Sagittarius covers my 6th house. So that is day-to-day routines. I don't know why we're getting this for Sagittarius. I'm just going to quickly look. What's the date of this? Anyway, so for Sagittarians, we're getting letting go of out of alignment ways of being of service, and day-to-day living and day-to-day routine. And I don't know why we're getting it so 6th house, but letting go of ways, day-to-day ways of living that were not beneficial for you, that were sort of, I guess you have Sagittarius ascendant. Oh no, I'm just thinking of Pisces rising. Never mind. Trying to think why that is for Sagittarius. Anyway, 6th house. So, anyway, let's have a look now for Capricorn. Let's see what that's going to be for Capricorn. Releasing because we have all these planets. We have Pluto and Capricorn. So we're releasing, we're balancing out, because we get the Temperance card on that, and we're balancing out of a sort of a depression, or we're balancing out of the low motive, or the lower frequency reasons for living, and shifting into the higher, balancing out of this and into an in faith motive way of operating entirely. So the sort of Capricorn may have been sort of depressed, and during this period, this major shifting is going to turn Capricorn more into Sagittarius, or releasing, this is the card of Sagittarian, restoring faith and hope in themselves, because it's in the first house. Okay, so now for Aquarius, let's have a look. 2 cards for the sign of Aquarius, please. Queen of Cups, 2 of Wands. So they are very aware of having turned away from heart, ways that they have not lived from heart. So Aquarians are becoming more of an empathic, heart-motivated, endeavoring, and understanding, sort of to let people more into their heart space, because they've turned away their heart space. So they know now why. And they are going to probably shift, because this is the King of Cups. They're turning their heart space more inward, more out into the world, opening themselves more up, but making themselves more vulnerable. Everybody's sort of opening up and making themselves more vulnerable, and communicating and talking. Oh, okay, now we're going to do Pisces, last sign. Let's see if I post this. If this holds, and it's 26 minutes long, so let's see. All right, Pisces, let's see. And thank you, by the way, for watching. Pisces, I get the 8 of Pentacles for Pisces, and the Justice card. So, Pisces are going to reap rewards, 11th house. This is the Justice card. Reap justice for hard work. Pisces are going to receive. So I just want to see what we see, because you see the Capricorn planets for Pisces is in the 10th, is in the 11th house. So we're getting just rewards for hard efforts from the past, and this is things from the past returning, I guess, because we have this Mercury going direct now, possibly projects and plus we've got Saturn going into Aquarius. So I think a lot of projects that we started prior were not really ever going to really come into full grounding until this period anyway. So these projects are coming back, reinitiating. For Pisces, justice is going to be yours over hard work of projects from the past. So, I hope this was helpful, and thank you so much for watching. Namaste.